I've been playing the 4.0 update, and people keep asking me what my thoughts are. I've done some side quests, and I don't want to spoil anything, but the side quests are pretty cool. I'm actually not done the Archon quest, but I'm partway through it, and it's fine. It's okay. I'm sure there's going to be some big reveals down the road, and I even did a big side quest where I was like underneath this area here with those little deer creatures, and it seems like there's going to be some big lore implications. Overall exploration, not that much. 39, 52, 16. Maybe that's more than some people, but it's probably less than a lot of people. I've got lots of teleporters, lots of things. There's lots of world quests. I have a lot more to do. But I wanted to give you my thoughts because I think I already kind of know what my thoughts are on this. It's pretty much exactly what I expected. Go to a new region, learn everything there is to know about the new region, shoot some birds and get some meat. And the update is not bringing anything to the table that a player like myself, who's very interested in fighting and combat and things, really enjoys. If anything, this is potentially one of the worst regions for me. Because I love weapons. I love stats. I love characters. I like builds. I want to fight all the crazy stuff that's around the world. And I think that the underwater sections, for me, while they may be tranquil and they may be beautiful, they're quite boring. Like, exceptionally boring for me. I don't love the exploration. There's at times it feels a little slow, but it's overall easy to control. Like, I don't think there's anything wrong with the swimming. But to look at how much of the map, is probably points of interest and things to do, and there's going to be some chests and quests, I don't want to really go under the ocean that badly. And I knew I wasn't going to. Before I ever played this, I knew that's how I was going to feel. And with the quests and everything, I've never been super big into the quests. And the reason why is because I feel like every time there's an Archon quest, there's so many side characters. It's like all they're doing is trying to bring in these characters to talk so that we learn about them and then want to wish for them. This one actually has a little bit of a mechanic to it with the trial, and I don't want to spoil everything, but it seems like it's going to be pretty interesting, but I'm not done it yet. But typically, every quest that's ever done is a lot of talking, a lot of filler, a lot of Paimon, a lot of going here and learning the lore, and then big reveal, and it's like, oh shit, that's actually really interesting. And I think that I'm just not the target audience of this game. I feel like I am in a dialogue prison. I'm sitting there, and I'm like, okay, yes, I'm getting what's going on. I feel like they're talking. It's like, I already get it. I understand what's happening. And there's so much, exposition. There's so much talking. And so I'm already feeling drained on, the story stuff, because it's just not engaging for me as much as it is for other people. I don't love the characters the way other people love the characters. I love a character's kit. This is what I love. I don't even care what they look like. I will use the ugliest person in the game if they have the best abilities. And so I think I'm just built different. I'm interested in different things. And when 50% of the map is swimming, it's hard for me to mentally be engaged and stimulated. And I truly do believe that 4.0 is good. There's lots of great stuff here. I just don't think that it's really for me. And I don't think it's something that would keep my attention long term. I'm going to keep playing, and, I want to check out some of the other characters. There's been some leaks of some of the new characters as well, and, it's been interesting. But I just feel like I already knew this. They're building a game for a very different audience than me. They're building a game for anime lovers that are really character focused and might like reading novels and might like watching animes that are lifestyle animes and caring about the characters a lot and their story and their life and their love. Where me, I am just I want super shonen anime. I want to just fight stuff. I want to see big battles and sacrifice and just crazy spectacle. And I find that a lot of quests and stuff in this game, some of them are dark, Some of them have mystery, but a lot of them are just boring to me, and I wish I could fight stuff. Again, I feel like when I started this game, I saw this open world, and so I knew exploration was like a really big part of it. And I fought some enemies along the way, and I remember specifically when I first saw Genshin Impact, I watched some of my friends playing it, and I saw them fighting the hypostasis. And so when I found out that there's exploration, and then there was these big world bosses, I envisioned this like very combat focused game and like these crazy challenges to take on, and like, oh my god, I could fight this thing and get all this rare gear, and that's what I envisioned with the game. And for the first month or two, because in the first few days or even week, trying to take on some of these bosses was hard. And then the world bosses were like, oh my god, I remember the first time people were fighting the wolf. It was like, bro, this thing's one banging us, right? And so the first few months of Genshin and that vision of the game, for me, didn't last long. And the further we've gotten into the game and the stronger we've gotten, the less I have felt these moments of excitement and joy. The first time through the abyss, magic. The first floors, and then pushing into the other floors. Absolute magic for me. I remember theory crafting and figuring out, how do I deal with these debuffs? How do I deal with these shields? But with such a large roster, and now like a pretty crazy roster, I've got crazy weapons now. I actually just got R4 Amos bow now. Like, we're talking about insane damage on some of these characters. They just haven't built anything that's challenging to me. And so if you are someone like me that's into the combat and really obsessed with the character builds and stuff, Fontaine probably isn't going to bring you back long term, but there's no reason you shouldn't try it if you're bored and you want to check something out. There's a new Archon coming down the road, and it's fun, like it's fine. It's just not like a sustainable long-term thing that I'm going to be playing after I'm done these quests. I want to finish the Archon quest. I will do the Archon quest, but it's just not a like priority thing for me, because I feel like once it's done, it's done. I have a lot of catch up to do, and I have some other quests in Sumeru, and there's so many Primo Gems that I can get and different things, and I'm taking my sweet ass time, honestly. I'm not rushing myself, but I don't know how mentally stimulated I've been this whole time. I keep getting asked, is it worth it? Do I like it? And it's like a 5 out of 10 for me. It's like a 4 out of 10 for me. It's like a 3 out of 10 for me. If I compare it to games like Elden Ring or Remnant 2, where my mind is just like in love and figuring things out. And you could argue, well, we're multiple years into this game. How would you ever stay engaged like that? But I also played Destiny for 5, 6, 7, 8 years, and I've never felt this bored while playing that game. I covered it. I did thousands of videos on it. I spent years and years playing Destiny, but I never felt essentially brain dead, like bored and wanting to get off stream because it's just not really mentally stimulating the way I do with Genshin Impact. It's just not built for me. And I'm checking things out. I hopefully will make a guide or two if I think of something good, but I don't think it would last months for me. I don't think it would last weeks for me. And I'm already starting to look at, Starfield is coming out in a few weeks, and some other things are coming out. Wayfinder. I'm really interested in Wayfinder and even have a video tomorrow on Wayfinder. But for right now, this has been cool. I'm dabbling, but I'm not blown away. I would love to know what your thoughts are on the 4.0 update, and if you're having fun and if you're in love with it. And I know that I'm, not the target audience. I'm the guy that like doesn't get hype about this stuff. Tectone is like, the Archon quest is crazy, and I'm like, oh, I'm glad. I hope it is. I'm not saying that the reveal at the end won't be big. It always is. There's always like a good cutscene and like some crazy stuff happens. But to spend 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 hours to get there, I just don't know if it's worth it for me. Part of me just wishes I could watch a YouTube video of someone summarizing what happens and then see the cutscene and be like, oh wow, that's crazy. That's the next part of the story. And that honestly may be how I take in Genshin Impact in the future, is look up a lore channel and just kind of watch what happened. I don't know if I'll ever get to Shineznaya because I just don't have the drive to like play anymore. Not that often, at least. Not to the level that a long-term pro content creator who's covering the game should play. And I think that that's okay. I think that's fine. But I wanted to jump in. I want to try it. And I'm not going to quit today or tomorrow, but like I may fade away from it sooner than I realized, or sooner than some of you might have thought. Some of you knew, like, oh, 2 days and he's done. 1 day and he's done. But I wanted to give it an honest shot. I've given it a shot. I've given it my honest, effort, which honestly, it's not the best effort because of how rapidly I was realizing. Anyways, thanks for watching. Have a great day. If you're interested in a new video game called Wayfinder, it's going to be free to play down the road. I do have a video tomorrow on it. Check it out. It's just kind of an explanation of, what the game is, what it's like, and your support would mean a lot. Have a great day. See you soon.